Well, I can't tell you how many land grabs out there that the BLM and other agencies have attempted to pull off under the guise of trying to save wildlife or Mother Nature, one of which we watch them decimate around the globe on a daily basis. Now, there's no doubt there's some good-hearted men in all these agencies out here that want to do the right thing, that want to protect wildlife. But all in all, we all know at the end of the day that when they make big moves like this, there's always something to it. We witnessed this when it came down to the cattle thing with the Bundy Ranch, the wild horses, also in Utah and in Montana and other places. And here in Utah, they're signing this statute that's basically saying that 233,000 acres, 233, is off limits to the public. And it's going to be that way for the next 2 years. They're saying they're doing this to protect the sage in the area. What's really odd about this is the sage isn't getting damaged by people. Most people that travel into these areas, Utah, Nevada, you get up into these mountains, there's usually a roadway in and a roadway out. There are some hiking trails, but most of the sage is out in the flats. It's where people are not going to be going. It's where people are not just going to be walking around in the desert, stepping on the sage and destroying it all day long. It's really a weak excuse to me for what they're doing. But once again, since no one's paying attention, and there's so many other things going on, and this is a neck of the woods out here that doesn't have an extremely large population because there's no big cities very close to it, out here in the middle of nowhere, they're going to try to get away with this. And once they do things like this, you have to wonder what's going on at the heart of this. So for 2 years, this is going to be closed down. 233 acres they're going to have to do whatever with, and no one's going to be able to go in and see what's going on. Although they say if you had permits beforehand to do things, they'll still honor that. But they're taking questions till December 23rd, and then the game's going to change completely. So under the guise of saving wildlife and things of that nature, they're seizing another 233,000 acres for at least 2 years. Now let's see if the people ever get it back. You have to pay attention to these moves, because what if they start doing this all over the place? This is all they got to do. Say they're protecting something, make it off limits for a couple of years, and within 6 months they could hit several places like this and have literally hundreds of thousands of acres in the United States locked down. Just that quick and that easy. And it's going to stay that way until people rise up and do something about it. You see, they're not trying to go into the areas where people live. They're not trying to have confrontation. They're going to work on all the land that's just sitting there wide open. Once they lock all that down and they let nobody in, they could set their military up there. They could do whatever they want to do. And no one would know because you're not allowed in. Just seems mighty suspect to me. I'll leave a link with more info. It's been Dabu7.